All right. Well, once again, we got the great Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. with us. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm keeping my head up on this end, man. Hey, we moving and grooving, making history, taking history, taping history.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to have you back, man. You've been making moves, man. Judas and the Black Messiah and more. Um, so I'm glad to hear from you again. It's been a
Yes, sir.
while since I've seen you.
Yes, sir. Man,
Um, so explain to me the genius of you getting together and collaborating with Daniel. I forget his last name. Well, I know his last name, but yeah,
Kaluya, Kaluya.
yeah, and getting that together.
Girl, we just the background. It's been a number of different overtures wrought in regards to bringing the peace on Chairman Fred, and a lack of overtures. There have been cases in the past where there's been a lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? Even actually touched down the family. They've been referencing, you know, um, revisions of history, bogus books, you name it. And that's that's the modus operandi on how this system, via the movie industry, the music industry, the school system, how they operate with our people. So there was, initially there was some concerns, how this, have the stage in which this was brought. It had some proposed titles and some scripts, So we had to do a lot of damage control, tug and pull here and there, which was, some principal struggles before going on set, doing on set, and post production. But we fortunate for all practical purposes, to have a dream team. What I'm saying? Um, again, this like I just got word a few minutes ago about the ongoing awards that's coming down in regards to it. But before we get to that about the awards, the respect is, from even our meetings, with Daniel Kaluuya, Dominic Fishback, and others, script writers, the producers, also with combination with Warner Brothers Macro Entertainment. We had to meet in our office, coming to the Hampton House where we meet at. All this, it's important. I know I'm missing so many dynamics of it, but where was that? Where we met at? The struggles here and there. That some different ingredients that was able to get the result in this meal that's still simmering. I say that because there's discussions already talking about, okay, what we had about a potential series, even the podcast. I don't know if you heard that. The podcast is out, podcast, the Judas Black Messiah podcast, which, so it ain't just no one hit wonder. It's so many different dynamics that go along with that also.
Well, yeah, I was listening to your show one week, and I got to call in to your show more. Shout out your show again on Wednesday with Lady of Rage from my hometown of Virginia.
Yes, indeed. That's Freedom All Radio, which is done in the spirit of the Black Panther Party newspaper. Freedom All Radio, hosted by yours truly, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., and also Robert Allen, a.k.a. the Lady of Rage. You can tune in at 6:30 Central Time every Wednesday, like clockwork. It's there. Past episodes can be found online, YouTube, and other places. In fact, that's part of the potential membership to become a member of the Black Panther Party. Because you have to go, you have to do a write up of 6 different episodes of Freedom All Radio, and then like a summation of 6 different episodes.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say, I just want to give you a salute because I'm glad that you was able to get in and, make sure this movement was sanctioned by you. Because when we was in Chicago, we talked about BLM and stuff like that, and we talked about how a lot of stuff they do try to copycat and use the Panther legacy. As a matter of fact, the woman just came out and said the other day that now she getting attacks from the black community. But I'm like, wait a minute, this is a co-opted FBI infiltrated movement, so people are gonna talk about you. So it is what it is. I mean,
Mm.
no need. Michael Brown father, he's saying now he wants some money because they've been using his name
Mm.
in vain.
Mm.
So the same thing you did, but at least you had the courage to say, look, we're not gonna let this happen. You're not gonna use our legacy to pimp us. So I'm glad you was able to do that.
Yes, indeed. Legacy is more. You said legacy is more important in your life. Life, you got a certain amount of time to be here. Legacy, we can make sure you cross the T's and dot the I's with that. You know what I'm saying? So we, in fact, I'm just, Because a lot of times we end up having to do damage control for a lot of different things that happen. Like I'm down here in Atlanta right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Brother, just one of my brother who I got a lot of love and respect for. He was setting up these events that we supposed to did, and I was trying to tell him the brother he was contacted with had no knowledge what the Black Panther Party was, and a lot of times people say, oh no, I know what it is, I know what it is, and so so we and like these other forces who I do coalition work, they coming down, and then they couldn't understand why the ball got dropped, in the process. Because a lot of times the cats will say, what the Black Panther Party is, and they have like a cold splash of water in their face and say, well, hold on, this is a different dynamic, So we would, so this movie is helping also, aid us in the conversation, because I'm I represent a genre that a lot of people, don't want to talk about or address correctly until it's a it's last resort. And you can't tell us you can't tell a small motherfucker nothing, So a lot of people say, well, I know what the Black Panther Party is, and there are certain conditions that get to points, and no, this with this, this, that, and that, what it is. And so a lot of times we got to do damage control, you know what I'm saying, in regards to that legacy. Like even in regards to the movie, you had to go through a process to finally bring out, bring the pus out of the sore. And the people to go back and acknowledge some of the books that they was referencing. And even after the movie, is exposed 73% of the information that was authored about the Black Panther Party came directly from the FBI. So so this is a hell of a stage in the game, you know what I'm saying? And also, I think it's also necessary stages in struggle, because you know what I'm saying. Because I think we should keep resumes on who attracts to what, who believes in what. You know what I'm saying? So because deal is nothing operates in a vacuum. People have to question themselves: what's in you or what's not in you that you relate to certain dynamics.
You're right. Yeah, I just view it as a like I said, when I met you, view it as an honor. So like I said, I wish I could have stayed longer, but now I mean I've been looking to see what's going on in Chicago. You see, you got a crazy mayor. Shout out to Tyrone Muhammad and Mark Carter and Paul for their efforts as well. I thank Paul for bringing me to meet you. You got crazy political stuff like traffic cameras that'll give you a ticket for 6 miles over the speed limit and all that, dealing with Lightfoot and their cronies and stuff. So, I still, give up big ups to you. So I know when you get a chance, hopefully you'll be back in Chicago to talk about those issues.
I'm
Um,
now ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm there when I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? We honestly have a coalition force, and so many other forces getting down. As was the Cubs. We still on deck. You know what I'm saying? It's our home base. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, no doubt about it.
you still connected to Blake and the Kenosha situation? What's going on down there? Haven't heard a lot of activity down there in Kenosha right now.
Yeah. I just missed an event a couple of days ago. We supposed to be there. It was up in the air. We was going to be there. We was going to actually be out in the ground, Minnesota for the George Floyd trial. So I'm serving to the people. I'm waiting on my next directive. You know what I'm saying? Well, where I'm designated to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're picking the jury today. They're picking the jury today.
Right.
So the trial should be maybe at the end of the month, I'm supposing.
Yeah. It's still some back and forth about if they're going to include this other charge of third-degree murder, I believe, in regards to Derek Chauvin. They still move forward the trial, but I think that's kind of impacting the date because it's going to add this additional charge. But like I said, some people say, it's old saying, Wild Wild West, say have a gun, we'll travel. We say have politics, we'll travel. So we serving to the people. So we, duty calls, we rolling.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm looking at that I was paying attention. Right. I was looking at the thing with Derek Chauvin and Floyd, and then you got some other things coming up, and you were in you was in California with Stephon Clark family. That's what it was. Yeah. A brother just sent me a message in the chat, said they changed the way they picked the jury. They about to get off, so he think they're gonna, it's gonna be a situation.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
we'll find out.
even all the it was exposed also how they was, the gates and the barriers, all, saying, all the protocol, extra protocol he was doing, bringing in, and also it was also exposed by how they set up some funding to, do another one of their tactics, saying actually, I forgot the term they use, hiring people to do damage control on social media, to um, sidetrackers in the community, euthanize was really going on. So that was exposed. You'll see that was also exposed. So those, all those, warning signs, what they're trying to hit, what direction they headed to, and also be getting the word too about the increase of a lot of people, incorrectly refer to as black on black violence. So that's another type the state does also when things are being, the state is being exposed. They create, situations within the community to have a sidetrack. So definitely gotta have our heads up and eyes open.
Well, I'm glad that you out there making moves because the one thing I got to give it to you, you be everywhere, man. I see I saw. Where were you the other day? You were live. I saw you, but I didn't know where you exactly at. But you were speaking in front of a large crowd. It was on Facebook Live. I can't remember exactly where it was at. It was like Saturday, I think.
Oh yeah, Morris Brown College, and that wasn't even planned. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's not a cast. They in other arenas where they can have their schedules planned where they gonna go at. You know what I'm saying? And crazy thing about brother attorney Molima, who's down here, called me do a Zoom with some youngsters a few days prior. So the initial movie coming down here, the cats had dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Cats had backed out. You know what I'm saying? They came to some reality roadblocks. So we said, I think it's like we better get a pivot on our feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, because you might find out who the referee is. So stick and move. So we get down here. We heard they were doing a video, so we go down with these youngsters and stuff, and do the event. And lo and behold, it come out that one young brother in particular, he's related to Spurgeon Jake Winters, who was assassinated November 13th, 1969. And these are the type of real war stories that we come across when we engage in our service to the people. Because so we had the skeleton for it, but in our line of work, a lot of times forces get involved in struggle through reactionary means. You know what I'm saying? We not that we become ambulance chasers. We got to have to be quick on our feet to move, and that's what a lot of cats can understand what a revolutionary organization is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad to hear that because like you said, that was at Morris Brown College. I just didn't know where it was at, but I just saw you out there speaking. So you were rocking the house. So I was, like I said, I always try to, keep base with you. Just so sometimes, you be here, there. I mean, you've been on Darren Muhammad's show, you got Leela Wheels, you got so much stuff going on. I'm just blessed to catch you when I can catch you, man. I know you be, but I'm glad you preserving that legacy the way you're supposed to be doing.
We was set to do the
Hey,
interview, we was set to do the interview, I think 4 or 5 times before this. I appreciate your understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because you came and seen me, seen us in work. Seen what we got to deal with, to grapple with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so I appreciate you also being able to move on a pivot. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we see the time.
Yeah, look, man. I don't understand. I don't like nobody. You got things. I can wait, man. Like I said, people. They are just a lot of people like to hear from you, man, because you mean a lot to a lot
That's
of
my
people.
addiction, service to the people, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's my addiction. A lot of people, other entities, they don't understand. I got to move on a pivot. You know what I'm saying? Because they in other arenas where things are laid out for them. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I just really appreciate you being able to understand. It's like that 4th time I'm supposed to get down with you. And you know what I'm saying? When the door open, I got to roll. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't no 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Now you still got the fund for the Save the Hampton House, am I right?
Yeah. Because actually, that's another example. February 17th, we had reached a milestone with covering certain dynamics with the Save the Hampton House campaign. But February, actually, the birthday of Minister U.P. Newton, the people say, no, we want, we want to open the doors back open to how we can continue to support, the programs such as the Triple C's, Children, Community, and Cubs, the Freedom on Radio. There's going to be already at the Save the Hampton House. So we reopened it February 21st, the day of Malcolm X's assassination. So people can go there, GoFundMe.com/Save the Hampton House 51.
Well, I'm gonna send a donation to it. Now, look, here you go. Hey, the brother asked, "Hey, could you ask the chairman what organizations that are grassroots here in Dallas, Texas?" I don't know if you got a Panther Party Cubs organization in Texas, but maybe I don't know.
Is it Dallas? I know. Did an interview some forces came up to represent for the recent or the street party. Gorilla Mainframe, it just came up in regards there's coalition work with them this past as well as in the past.
Okay, and
Off the top of my head, yep.
last year,
I'm giving a shout out to them also. Yep, Gorilla Mainframe, yeah.
You last year you had the big say the Hampton House party outside. You hear me?
I hear you, I just can't see you. I think I lost you visually.
Hey man, he might be out in the mountains. Every time we come on, this thing happen, man. I don't know.
They doing their job. We gonna continue to do our job. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
look, man, I ain't got no problem with censorship, man. Hey, man, call cancel culture, man. They don't like what we do, and I understand.
That's right.
But are you going back to Are you doing any more trips to California with Clark or Brown or anybody like that?
Man, duty calls, mandatory, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's. I know. October we got a big move there. June we got to go down to the down south for the chairman's grave site for Father's Day. August Chairman for a street party, but we definitely back in California soon. Definitely.
Well, I know that that I do that the museum. I mean, the house is gonna be like you did save it or it's in the process of being saved. So it looks like y'all got that straight. You got the funding. It's gonna be a exhibit or a museum or something. That's what I was reading.
Museum and a community resource center. You know what I'm saying? Again, our programs will be there. You know what I'm saying? Ongoing, continue to work in the legacy of Chairman for Black Panther Party. So it's ongoing.
Well, I'm glad that you actually were able to do that.
Well, we still doing it. It ain't over. We still doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're not gonna relax on our morals, man. On our laws and say, okay, we pulled it up. Because again, revolutionary is never satisfied. So we're gonna keep on moving and grooving, keep on this campaign, keep on this work, you know.
Yeah, and as far as in Atlanta, what you're doing, I mean, you know, I got some friends that went down to Atlanta. They went there for the festivities, but I'm glad you down there working and trying to make some universal change.
Where we at, that's what we on. That's how you know what I'm saying. This is our addiction, the struggle. So where we at, you know what I'm saying. We gonna see this is our office, the streets. You know what I'm saying. Wherever that, you know, we gonna find points of unity. The barbershop, the pool hall, the college campuses. You know, Zoom, StreamYard, wherever the people that we there, we coming. The Cubs are coming. The Black Panther Party Cubs are here.
Well, look, I know you say you didn't have long today, and I don't want to take up your time, but look, you about to come back again, man, and bless me with your presence, man, because you know, you know, I know you be on the road like that, man.
I look forward to it. Keep me posted. I look forward to coming back with you.
Yeah, man. So just give people, you know, the audience a shout out or you know whatever before you leave or whatever, you know, say what you got to say.
It's always an honor, man. Always an honor. Real talk, man. Y'all Cub being with us on Wednesdays, Freedom All Radio, 6:30 Central Time. Freedom All Radio again. I look forward to come back on here with you. Get ready for we gonna put on the call for going south to the grave to the Chairman Fred Hampton down in Louisiana. Also August 30th annual Chairman Fred Street Party. We'll be keeping y'all abreast on our moves. SaveTheHamptonHouse.org. Work on our website, thecubhouse.org. And just keep in tune with us on how we move forward to work. And brother, again, revolutionary love and appreciation to you, to listeners, and to the people in general. What's the call? Free them all.
Free them all, brother.
Free them all.